So for setting up any rappel, they're all going to be the same, whether you're doing a window transition, a low anchor floor transition from a rooftop, flat roof, or any type, or like this where it's just freestanding. The steps are going to be very similar. I recommend that as you build up the training through this, that you start without complex edge transitions, just so that you can focus on the rappel itself. Once you get comfortable with the system and the device, then you can add more complexities to those edge transitions. First thing we're going to do is rig the rope onto the device. And so grabbing the rope, you want to give yourself enough slack so that you don't have to kind of tippy-toe up to get it connected once it's rigged. And so you rig it to the device as previously shown, and then connect it to the carabiner on your harness. And secure that, and then you have the ability to take in that slack. Before you commit, you want to do your system safety check. So first, check your harness, make sure that's all good to go. You got your gloves, your helmet, and then your system. You got your anchor, carabiner's done up, your rope reaches the ground. No obstacles in the way, everything's looking good. Before you commit, you want to do a safety check on and a function test on the QD. And so you want to be able to pull slack in easily. And then when you load it, it's going to lock itself. And then the other thing you want to do is just do a function test to make sure that it's actually going to lower as it's supposed to, and then let go and lock. So the function test is complete. That's rigged correctly. There's many times where when you're first learning how to rig it, it can be rigged incorrectly, and so that safety check before committing to the edge is essential every time. Okay, so we're going to take up slack. I still have my safety tether on. I'm going to commit to the edge. I have my brake hand on, and I'm going to load the system. Everything looks good. Turn my video on. Then I'm going to remove the safety tether. Brake hand on the entire time, and now I'm ready to go. So to rappel with this, you put the palm of your hand over the handle, and I like to grip the carabiner with my thumb and my finger. And then I hold the brake hand on the rope kind of tight. And then what you can do is it's like a gas pedal and a clutch. Think of your hand on the device as the gas, and the brake hand being the clutch, where you can give it a lot of gas and not go anywhere because you haven't released the clutch. And then but you don't want to give it all the gas. So you just kind of feather that gas and then release the clutch, and then it'll have a nice smooth transition down. You can let go of the device at this point and the brake hand. It's a hands-free device. The reason being that you want that brake hand on during the edge transition is just if there's any dynamic fall, or you haven't taken up the slack and you trip and fall, you don't want to dynamically load the system. And so that's why we hold that brake hand on. But from this point, once you're loaded and there's tension on the system, you can take both hands off the system and it will auto lock and without issue. And then just continue to rappel all the way to the bottom. One thing actually just to note too is sometimes that rope might come over your finger. And so in that case, you can just kind of adjust the rope up and your finger out of the way, just so you don't get that rope burn. It's just nuance.